Hello and welcome back, guys, to Football Fanatics. We are back again, me and Gokul. And this is game week 26, and we have a lot to cover, including Champions League matches. So due to time constraint, we won't be covering all the matches, but we'll be covering all the important matches coming up in this week since it's a double game week again. And we'll have to cover a Champions League as well. So that way, let's not waste any more time and let's begin with this show. The first game we have in our hand is Champions League matches. Let's start with Real Madrid versus PSG and uh, Mbappe. Almost dying moments of the game scores that one goal. Other than that, there was nothing in the game to see. Of course, Messi
Yeah.
missing the penalty, and the PSG had, I think, a few chances, but the whole of the 90 minutes was actually bore fest. To be honest, I was watching the game, and Mbappe at the very, very, very dying minutes, almost just before the whistle, scores that one goal against his future club, apparently, and finishes the game in the favor of PSG. And we'll have to see what happens in the next leg in Madrid. What are your thoughts on this game, Gokul?
Yeah, same. We expected fireworks right from the both the teams because it was such a huge fixture. It was
Mm,
like built up so highly, and we expected so much from the fixture. But yeah, it was like bit laid down. Like Real Madrid didn't attack too much. Like the most of the game was played in the Real Madrid half. They hardly went to PSG's box like twice or thrice, I guess. So it was all PSG in the game, but PSG also didn't get that much clear cut chances. They had a lot of balls, they passed it around, but they didn't create a lot of chances. The only player that like felt like was able to score goal was Mbappe, and he did it at the 93rd minute.
I think he was the only player on the pitch who was actually creating a lot of chances. Actually, to be honest.
Yeah, he looked the part. Yeah,
Because
he
in
looked the part from the
in
pitch. Yeah,
first
he was.
half he created a couple of chances. He
Yeah,
went down and got a penalty as well. Messi actually
mm.
misses the penalty. What are your thoughts on Messi in PSG right now? Now we are seeing him missing penalties. Of course, it's not that we haven't seen him miss penalty, but this was a really crucial moment for him to get a goal under his belt in this PSG shirt.
Yeah. I think he's still. I think he's still not over that Barcelona thing. I guess it's still in his mind. He has not settled in PSG. I think. Like he's. It's not like he's enjoying the game. He's under a bit of pressure or something. It's not the old Messi we know. It's a different Messi right now. And the moment he was going to take penalty, I think we knew he was because he was not confident. I guess we saw
Hmm.
from the body language of this. He was not confident. I thought that he like coach was going to save this. So yeah, something is not right. Like his frame of mind or something. I think it's still the Barcelona thing is still in his mind. So he's not able to enjoy the game. I guess that's why we are not able to see the Messi we know.
The
And
thing about
yeah,
this Real Madrid side was it looked really old. It is old because
they
they
didn't
could
have legs.
there was really no movement. We weren't seeing the Madrid we are used to seeing like during the Zidane period. Uh, we are this Madrid team was slow as hell, and against this PSG side, they had good team again. But again, both the team not really in the great European form that we know them to be. Them coming to this game, I personally had backed PSG, to be honest, due to the attacking power prowess they have of Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. Though Neymar was on bench for lot of period in this game, but this is still an Mbappe's team. This is still an Mbappe's team. The main threat is always going to be Mbappe, and he proved that right by scoring in 94th minute.
Mm. Yeah, true. And yeah, as you said, like Real Madrid team, I think they don't have legs right now because most of the players are like over 30, I think. And I think like Modric, I guess he's coming to like end of his prime. I
Mm.
think he's like getting old. I don't think he's like coping up with the pace of the game. And same with Cruz. So the midfield is a bit old for Madrid. They are not able to run around. They don't have the legs that used to have before. So that's why there's like a passive game right now with Madrid. And at the back also, they don't have that much.
Didn't look really completely fit. No, I think
I
he
think
was
he
really
was
pushed
rushed
to us
back.
to come to this game, and he
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
really his movement didn't really look like the fit Benzema that we know.
yeah. True. Yeah, he was rushed back from the injury. I guess he had some hamstring injury, so he was
Hmm.
rushed back. And yeah, they like Real Madrid fans were telling that Vinicius is that good, that good. We saw that he's not that good
Hmm.
enough. It's like just the La Liga there with
I
this
think what I think
small
was Madrid really played really safe because they knew the next half is they knew that going forward they'll be playing their second I mean the second leg in Madrid, and they could actually capitalize the audience and the home advantage there. So I thought they were playing really safe by getting just a draw out of
yeah,
this game. But what PSG too were playing for a draw. Surprisingly, I don't understand. They weren't really going forward apart from like couple of players in PSG squad. By the end of the game, they get the 1-0 draw. How advantageous do you think this is for PSG going forward in this tie?
yeah, it's really important to get the goal because they will be playing at the Real Madrid's home, so the
Mm,
pressure will be on them with the fans out there. So it was really important they got the goal because they deserved the goal, I guess, because they were the team who were looking to score goals because Real Madrid were never looking like they were going to score goals.
mm,
So I think they deserve the victory, and Mbappe, I think he deserved the goal because he was the one who played really well. He created chances. He ran with the ball. He created a lot of like havoc in Real Madrid's defense. So I think, yeah, and that was a great finish too. At the 93rd minute, was a great finish between the legs of Courtois. So I think PSG deserved it, deserved the like slight advantage here. But yeah, they have just a slight advantage. It was just a one goal advantage.
mm. I don't think
But
Hazard played the game, did he? Because I don't think I saw Hazard playing the game in the Real Madrid.
he came on as sub right as a
Oh,
substitute.
oh, right. Because he was so, I mean, absent in the
I don't
game.
think he made a touch with the ball because we didn't see that much.
Exactly, he was so absent in the game. I hardly even realized Hazard came on the pitch because
Failed to keep on right as
yeah,
well.
I think this is the final season. I hope this is a Hazard's
Yeah,
final season too in this shirt because both of them not really are doing anything for Madrid, and neither are Madrid doing anything for those both. You know, it's really a bad marriage between those both. Bale, to be honest, he did really well in Madrid shirt in his initial career, but it's all over
I
for him
did.
this season. But yeah, those two are really not someone who has to be in Madrid squad right now. And Madrid really looks low. I think they need a complete change of squad, which they will be getting. To be honest, they will be getting Mbappe. We know, which is very much confirmed. But after this goal, you cannot say. But yeah, I really think Mbappe could go again to Madrid, so that will strengthen them up. And if Haaland doesn't go anywhere this season, so he might end up in Madrid as well after a couple of years if no other team gets him out this season. So it's looking likely that Madrid will strengthen up their team in few years. But this Madrid team, do you think they will go deep in this competition, even if they get something out of the next tie?
No, I don't think because if they come against some like English opponents,
Mm,
like if Man City or Liverpool, then they are going to thrash Real Madrid, I guess, because they don't have the pace to cope up with this like
mm,
more intense team. Like PSG, yeah, even they were not that much intense. They had the ball, they passed around like. But we know if it was Man City or Liverpool, they will be running with the ball. They will be pressing so high that they won't be giving Real Madrid much time. And so against these opponents, I don't think Real Madrid will be able to cope up. So I don't think they will have a deep run. I think even this might be like the last match because PSG can win in like Bernabeu, I guess,
mm,
because they have the attacking ball. We saw after Neymar came in, they really improved that. He made a bit like he was running the ball.
mm.
He made difference in that game. So if Neymar starts, then he could make a difference too. So I think it's advantage to, like PSG, but yeah, we never know. Real Madrid, we know that they can.
Yeah, they are the heritage of Champions League. I think what they have like 13 Champions Leagues. So
Yeah,
it's just they are just the uppermost echelon in this whole competition. Talking about PSG a bit more, how important is Messi firing for PSG to win Champions League? Because I personally don't think they will win the Champions League if Messi doesn't show up in future games.
yeah, it's very important because like in this match they somehow got away, but in like when it comes to like quarterfinals and semifinals and finals, it's really important to that all the players like are in the same wavelength and they like play to the strength. So I think Messi has to like get his form back. He has to play like
I
the
heard
way.
he's in like 16 crossbars this season. That's just insane,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he has been
The-
unlucky too. Yeah,
it's just insane. Like a player hitting 16 crossbars, missing penalties. It's just not been a good season for him at PSG, and not for PSG themselves kicking themselves because they got a really expensive player in Messi. Of course, the branding and everything they would have got back a lot of amount back, but the actual reason they bought him would have been Champions League.
yeah, they
But
have got him
that's
for.
not happening.
Yeah, so far it's not happening, but yeah, but it's Messi. He can come back to form any day.
Do
So
you think it's more of a Pochettino fault? Because Pochettino again, he did the impossible by losing the league title last season. Now he will be out of I think most probably he is almost out of this PSG squad because we are hearing Zidane is almost in. Probably this season will be the last season of Pochettino. How much fault does it goes to Pochettino due to the style that he's playing at PSG?
yeah, it can because we know like Pochettino likes to press. He likes pressing game. We saw it in Tottenham, but here you are, he cannot play like that because Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe they are not going to press, so they are not going to track back. So he cannot play his way of football. So he has to adapt to there. So I think there is a little bit happening there too. So he is not able to cope with the team here because I don't think he has managed these much superstars in a team. Yeah, in Dortmund he had Harry Kane, but here we are talking about Messi,
I
Mbappe,
mean, I
Neymar.
mean, compared to Tottenham, Spurs are like,
So
I mean, compared to PSG, Spurs are like absolutely
yeah,
nothing. The only star they have is Harry Kane, and who also wants to leave the club. Here,
yeah,
it's Messi, Neymar, Mbappe. You name it, every player is almost 100 million worth of them. So I don't. The
yeah.
comparison is really very uncanny. Talking about PSG a bit more, what I don't understand is if more Pochettino doesn't win the Champions League this season, and I think he's going to more or like win the Liga because of the points gap they are right now. Will it be a good deal for Manchester United going ahead and getting a Pochettino because you don't really see him winning anything. He hasn't really won anything to be honest. At Spurs, he went to a Champions League finals. All right, he did the impossible by losing the Liga last season. Now he won't be winning the Champions League. What are the credentials for what are this Manchester United going ahead and getting Pochettino in?
Yeah, I think even if we bring Pochettino, it will be hard because he needs this type of players. Like the current manager, current players that United have, they it's the same like PSG. They are not going to track back or they are not going to press.
Mm,
So even if we bring Pochettino, even if we win like Champions League and then we bring it is going to take time. So it is like United need a complete like overhauling for the new manager. I think again it will take like 2 seasons for getting United back to the track, I guess. So yeah, we don't know who is going to come. It's most probably it could be Pochettino, but
mm.
even with this Ten Hag, that talks are there. Ten Hag, even if he's coming in, it will take him time because he needs this kind of players, right? So this is like very imbalanced squad United have currently. So they need to get in players that they like. So it will take time. It will take like minimum 2 years, I guess. Two
Mm.
seasons.
It'll be
That's
interesting
hard.
to see how that turns out after the end of the season, and it'll be interesting to see how the Madrid plays in second half. Let's go to the next game. We had Liverpool versus Inter Milan, and Inter Milan again. They had good midfield. It looked like they had a good midfield, but they were
They were
controlling
winning, yeah.
everything. I mean, they should have actually capitalized on the chances they have because we know Liverpool are a really dangerous team. They got
They
that.
got yeah.
China Hoglu got that one chance by hitting a crossbar, and in the end, almost amazing hair. There should have been an amazing header from Lautaro Martinez, which he misses. So there was really a two to three chances from Inter Milan, but again, Liverpool capitalizes, plays their game, gets the 2 goals. Liverpool, I mean, again, Mohamed Salah didn't have best of the games in this game, but he still scores good enough to score a goal, and they win it 2-0. Inter Milan again looked good on the ball for few occasions, but not really anything again in the game. And they're looking like almost out of this tie because they've lost 2-0 in San Siro. Coming to Anfield, it's going to be almost an impossible task to get back here.
Yeah, now it's really like really hard. But yeah, they were in the game. Like in the first half, too, they had chances. In the second half, starting in the second half, like starting 20 minutes, they dominated the game. They played really well. But the problem is even they don't have the legs. I guess they have some like over 30 players, a lot of over 30 players, so they didn't have the leg to for the 90 minutes. And we know Liverpool, they are not going to go around. They run around all the 90 minutes, and they did, and they got the goal from the corner kick, and then Salah also then scores a goal. So yeah, it was like they. I think the tie is over now because 2-0 Liverpool coming to Anfield, and like they have to score more than what Liverpool will score. So I think it will be very hard. I think it could be impossible. But
It is almost impossible
yeah,
because, to be honest, here again they have to. I mean, it's not like Inter Milan looked really bad in the game. They had chances. They
yeah,
had their chances. They were okay. They had their chances. They should have. They just needed to capitalize. They should have just scored one of the goals, and they could have been in the tie. But
yeah,
right now, in the current situation, it's all done, and Inter is out of this game and out of this tie. And now we it's very well a Liverpool's game to lose in Anfield, which I'm pretty sure they won't, because
yeah. It will be a
Anfield is
shock.
almost it's a fortress for them, and with 2-0 down, Inter going there. Again, there is no away rule again this season, we know, and Liverpool are absolutely under no pressure to actually do anything at all. They can just play cheeky, sit back, and just win this game. And we know Liverpool are going to attack, of course. If they get one more goal and the tie is done, the tie is anyway
Yeah,
done, according to me. There's nothing else to talk about this. But Inter again, I think no Europa 2 this season, so they're going out again. So Liverpool again. Do you think that they will go deep in this competition?
yeah. They have the team, and so to go deep. And I think yeah, I think this guy is over. They are going through, and I guess the lot depends on the next opponent they get. I guess yeah, they have the team to go deep. They can easily go to the finals. So yeah, I think they can go deep.
The surprising thing I was seeing is not really surprising. Lautaro Martinez gets a ball almost at the end, almost at Liverpool's half, and he's one on one with Van Dijk, and he's almost scared to go past Van Dijk.
Yeah, he didn't take on. Yeah,
He should have taken one on one. Any player at his position will take on one on one. Like even he beat Maldini, they should have been taking one on one with the defender. You can't just
true.
be
I think you
scared.
have to try it, right? Yeah, I think you
You
have to
can't be
try. Only
scared.
then you are able to. Yeah. Yeah, only if you try, you'll be able to get past. If you are like afraid to take on, then yeah, you are not going to get. Yeah, I think even I saw that it was like a mistake. I think he should have taken on because it was no use. He was then
It
turning
was
back and passing
absolutely
back.
1v1. You just take on the player. You never know. You can just go on. I've seen player like Ivan Toney taking on Van Dijk. It's still Lautaro Martinez. He should have been
Yeah, at
at
least
least have balls to take it one on one. It was just absolutely pussy behavior from this guy.
yeah, yeah. Even he's like Van Dijk is human. He could make a mistake, right? So yeah, you should try it. Only then you are going to succeed. Yeah, they
I
should
really
have
feel
like
that Inter Milan just lost the tie. They were absolutely foolish in this round. Again, they were attacked. They had a game plan of attacking Trent Alexander-Arnold, because most of the
yeah.
time they were focusing on that end, and Trent actually lost balls to three times there.
Perisic played really well. I think it showed the like lack of defensive skills of Arnold. But he was not an tracking back. He was like staying there. Somebody else was going to cover up. And I think we saw Van Dijk shouting at Arnold a couple of times because he was not at all tracking back. So yeah, he's going forward. He's brilliant, but one-on-one defending, he lacks the defensive skills. So
Yeah.
and it was glaring there. It showed up there, and Perisic bet him like 3 or 4 times easily.
I think a bit more, clinically better team will actually target a bit more on Alexander's side and will, exploit that weakness of
Yeah,
Liverpool, because
I think Konate did really well to cover it
mm,
up because I
mm.
think he had a great game. He put in some blocks. I think 2 or 3 blocks he put in, and one like Dumfries put in a great cross, like Zeko was through, but he put in a diving tackle. So I think he had a brilliant game, Konate.
But all in all, I would say Inter Milan again a weak. It looked really weak Syria team. Again, Syria, we know they're not in the quality to challenge Premier League
Right.
teams anymore, and the Liverpool go easy past them. Let's talk about a really shocking result today. Then Bayern Munich Salzburg 1-1. Salzburg scores first, and Bayern Munich again equalizes after that. But you really think there's any chance that Bayern Munich goes out, in this tie?
I still think like Bayern have the firepower to go through, but
Of course, we
yeah,
know Bayern has a fiber to actually win this
yeah.
competition. They're really good, but they could be
But
a shocker,
the
no?
current season, I think they are a bit off, but they are not playing as we expected. Like I think the Nagelsmann has not really settled. I think he has not got the game plan right here. And I think they are playing with just one center defensive, like one center back in Sule, and then he was
Hmm.
playing like Hernandez and
And when
Power.
Nicolas Sula is going out too after this season to Dortmund, so
Uh,
that'll be a kind of a miss.
so, so only one center back, and he's playing a left back and a right back there, Power, and then the wingers. So it was like really ball, but I think it didn't pay off because and they didn't create any chances too. So it was this game was very poor. Like it was nowhere near Bayern quality. It was so yeah. We know in Champions League they can make like shocking results, but Salzburg they got a really good team. They got a young bunch of players, so they can cause an upset. They are not like a pushovers. They can
They
cause
looked
upset.
actually pretty good in this tie, Salzburg.
Yeah,
They were
and
really good.
they could have won the match. I think they got like 2-3 chances to open goal and Power make a tackle because like they had beaten the goalkeeper, but then Power comes in and put in the last ditch tackle. Otherwise, like Salzburg could have won the match. Then it could have been really hard for Bayern to come back from there, like 2-0 down. It could have been very hard. But yeah, they like stick in there, got the goal at the last two. So 1-1, I think even now the advantage is Bayern, but you never know because if they play the way they played yesterday, then it would be hard.
To be honest, I really thought Bayern would actually get 2 to 3 goals in the second half because they were playing. But again, credits to Salzburg getting that. Wow, I mean, giving that as 1-1. It'll be interesting second tie to watch towards. But again, let's get back to the Premier League of this week then. Let's start with the biggest tie we have: Man City versus Spurs. Spurs again last week lost 2-0 to Wolves. We all knew Wolves are a really good team, and they get that 2-0 win over Spurs. Antonio Conte, what must he be thinking right now coming into this Spurs squad?
Yeah, I think he's like losing 3 games back to back. I think after so long, because 3 games back to back in the
Now
league.
Southampton again. He almost shushed his audience. After that, there's no coming back. They come back to they score 2 goals again. Here again, Wolves again. They lose this 2-0. Embarrassing for Spurs. Embarrassing. Conte. I don't. They don't deserve Conte, a manager like Conte. They don't deserve a player like Harry Kane. I keep saying that, but come on, you should be at least getting draw out of this game. There was nothing in this game going to Wolves.
I think the defense is really trash. They don't have a center back so they can defend because like they're making a lot of mistakes at the back. So yeah, it was expected. And Wolves they got a good team, and Jimenez scored the goal and the goal. So they got a good team. We know it's going to be hard, and if you make mistake at the back in the Premier League, then you are going to suffer. And that's why like Tottenham, even the Southampton match, they were making defensive errors. So that's why they are not able to get the like victory here, and they are not like the whole Spurs team. They are going to score goals for free because even scoring, they are like getting hard to score. So
We have to give some credit to Bulls as well. They were really good. They were really good in first half.
yeah,
Second
that's
half,
great.
were absolutely resolute, not conceding any goals. Getting a clean sheet out of this game. And Conte looked furious in that game. He was absolutely shouting at his players to go forward. They didn't really have that in them. They weren't really going forward. We didn't see anyone apart from Son and Harry Kane, actually anyone even trying to going forward in that game.
Yeah, we know like it's very hard to break down Wolves. If Wolves get a score early, then they will go into the defensive shape, and it's very hard to break them down. And they showed it there because, and we know that the only Harry Kane and Son have the quality in Spurs squad. The midfield is really it's really average. I guess they don't have any great midfield players who can create chances for them. That's why they are like not able to score goals. And on top of that, they're making defensive errors at the back. So
Lot of defensive errors, to be honest. I was at
so
a
that
pub. I was at a pub and I was watching the game, and I'll have to say, there were a few Spurs fan over there. They're absolutely ashamed. They were just sitting down and right there, and I was just watching them, and they were the whole pub was cheering against them. That's how the scene was. There was a Liverpool versus Burnley match going on. This was going on. People are forcing to watch the Wolves game. Everyone knew that Wolves would thrash our Spurs, and Spurs fan, they were sitting all 90 minutes just catching their head. They're holding their heads. There was nothing for them to cheer in the whole 90 minutes.
yeah, there was nothing. I think Wolves played a great match. They controlled the game well. They scored the goals. it was a complete game from like Wolves. So Spurs didn't have a chance in this match. So I think yeah, very hard times for Spurs, but yeah, I was happy because
Hmm,
the top four is I think Spurs are going back.
hmm.
So it was good result
They,
for
they,
United.
they, they had like 4 games in hand. They could have easily entered the top four race. Now they have lost
Yeah, even
the advantage. I mean, they still
even now
have,
they have a couple of games in hand.
but
Yeah,
we know they're not going to win, are they? Because
that's what.
they have a big North London derby coming up as well. So that is going to be really crucial deciding.
Yeah,
Now United and West Ham are actually in the top draw to end up in top four. United again took up the good lead again, winning, getting these 5 points, not five, yeah, 4 points out of two in this in this week. So that they have a bit of an advantage now. Spurs actually, I don't really think Spurs have said before. I don't really see Spurs getting up in top four. It's Arsenal, it's Man United or West Ham. It's more or less Arsenal and Man United which are going to end up in top four. Man United has the quality, but the structure is all wrong. But again, Arsenal, a bunch of youngsters with no experience. So that's the only flaw what Arsenal has to, that can hold them not ending up in top four. West Ham again, really solid unit, but they really lack the quality to finish up because we
yeah,
saw them. We saw
yeah,
them against Leicester. They had the quality to come back and draw, but they didn't really have the quality to end up winning the whole game. So we know how the team stands. So against this Man City versus Spurs, how do you see this game is going to go? Do you really give any chance Spurs? Because we know Man City has a weak point in Spurs because out of 5 or 6 matches, I think Spurs have won. Most of them because that's somehow it happens. That's how Man City and Spurs go. Spurs somehow wins the game. Even the first tie that Spurs had Man City, they won. Spurs won it 1-0 with
yeah.
Nuno's team. Do you
First game.
see
Yeah.
Spurs can cause another upset with this Man City squad?
Right now, then it would be a greatest shock of the season because
Hmm.
the way Spurs are playing, they've got no chance. And Man City, we saw them playing in the Champions League. They finished off
Oh
the game
my
in the
god.
first.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
god. They were ruthless in that game.
they just finished off the game in like the tie in the first half. Now they can sit back and relax and concentrate in the Premier League. So yeah, they were so good in the in the Champions League, and they have been so in a great form. Only they like Southampton took points away from them in the last I think 13 games. So they are in such a good run of form. I don't think Spurs are going to cause any upset to them because the way Spurs are playing at the back, I think Man City is gonna score goals more fun because
Yeah, I
they
think so too.
have
I think Man City
back.
are gonna kill the Spurs. I hardly think Spurs is gonna have anything. The only way Spurs get something is if Spurs play really good defensive football and get one over, Man City on counter. But that looks very unlikely because Man City's
Yeah,
defense is really, really well set up. They know what to do, and Man City, to be honest, have been in a great run. I don't see Spurs getting anything out of this game. I think Man City are going to tear them open in this game.
yeah.
What are your predictions for this one then, Gokul?
I think it could be really like a easy win for Man City because we are talking about the Spurs defense and we know how good Man City are in scoring goals. So I think it could be a 3-1 or 4-1, I guess.
Mm.
Because
I think it's going to be a 3-0 victory to Man City because Spurs are really hopeless. I don't see them scoring anything against this Man City squad because there's literally one guy who can score there. That's Harry Kane, and you just block him off and Son off. There's absolutely nobody who can actually
yeah,
pierce through the squad. So yeah, it's looking very unlikely that they're going to score anything. Let's go to the next game of Spurs had Spurs versus Burnley. Burnley need desperately points now. They dropped the points against Liverpool, which is very likely again. Now they were going against Spurs, which is a very winnable game considering what Spurs form are in. Do you see
I
Burnley
think
getting anything out of this game?
I think Sean Dyche will be looking forward to that game because the way Spurs are playing, Burnley can get a goal there. They can get the 3 points there because it's really like again we are talking about Spurs defense. It's so poor. It's so poor, and we know Burnley can score goals. They're
Hmm.
scoring against United, so they can score goals. And if they score goals, then the defense is very strong. They can hold the back line very strong. So if they get the goal, they can hold on to the lead and they can get the 3 points.
Hmm.
So I think Sean Dyche will be really looking to get the victory here.
Hmm. I think so too. I think Burnley desperately needs points as well because we see
Yeah,
Newcastle, are already clear of relegation now, and now, Burnley desperately needs those points if they want to stay in the relegation battle. Otherwise, we're going to see them in Championship next season, 100%, because they are the bottom, absolutely bottom. So they will be looking at.
Yeah,
They will.
one win in the season, it's really
They'll
bad.
definitely need 3 points out of this Spurs game. At least they will definitely be looking at 1 point from this Spurs game. They desperately need that. So, what are your predictions for this one then?
I think it could be a draw here, I guess.
Hmm.
I see a draw. I think it could be a 1-1 or draw.
Yeah, I was going for 1-1 as well, because yeah, to be honest, so Burnley would be happy with that one draw. They'll get the 1 point, but Burnley definitely need 3 points here because Newcastle are getting three points because last 2 games they've absolutely, Kieran Trippier have given
Yeah,
them more 3 points. So that's a 6 point advantage. Burnley just needs to start getting wins. Again, this Spurs side, it's a great chance to get them all 3 points here. And I think the top four race will be over for Spurs
yeah,
in
it will
this
be really
week.
bad.
I think this week we'll get to know how fast Spurs are because if they lose these both games, which is looking very likely because Man City is almost a loss and Burnley
Yeah,
looks like a very drawish game. So that's just 1 point out of two. That's almost ends their top four chances. And then comes the
it's
North
really
London
hard.
derby. Yeah, it's going to be really hard for Spurs to get back after that. Let's go to the next game we have. We had Liverpool versus Leeds. Then we have Liverpool playing Leeds and Norwich again. That's two bottom sides. Do you see again Liverpool? Liverpool. I think they'll walk over these both teams. No.
Yeah, it should be easy, like comfortable victory for Liverpool against both the teams because
Mm.
they have been poor this season. They are not up to the mark this season, and always they are like they are in the relegation battle. It will be really hard for Norwich to hold back Liverpool. So I
Leeds
think
and
it should
Norwich.
be.
To be honest, this Leeds game, I feel Leeds will have more of a fight. Norwich too, to be honest, will have a bit of a fight, but nothing compared to what Liverpool has in their backs. They're going to be absolutely
Yeah,
dominant in this game. So Luis Diaz looked really like a baller again. Firmino comes back in Champions League game and scores the first goal. So I think the whole squad is in form. I don't see anything for these both teams in this tie.
yeah, I think both the games it will be comfortable victory. I think a 3 or 4-0 for.
Mm,
I go for a 3-0, 4-0 victory in
mm.
both the games.
Both the
We'll see.
games, yeah. Yeah, I absolutely think Liverpool is going to get a 3-0 victory for, Leeds and again, a 3-0 victory for Norwich as well. Somewhere around that because I don't see them actually dropping any points in both the games.
Yeah,
And Norwich again, after that horrendous 4-0 victory, 4-0 loss against Man City last week. Leeds again, getting that, I think, draw. I think they had a draw, right, last week. I think, yeah, no, sorry, Leeds lost 3-0 against Everton,
lost.
to be honest. Yeah, they lost 3-0 against Everton. So they're not in a tough form. I think both are in a horrible form. I think coming to this Liverpool game, I think they'll be battered. They'll be absolutely battered. Uh, let's go to Manchester United games then. Manchester United again gets win against Brighton 2-0. Good. Ronaldo shows up, gets the goal, end movement again. Bruno gets that one shimmy over the gate and gets the goal. Beautiful 2-0 victory. I mean 2-0 victory there. Then again getting that
It was really hard.
getting that 1-1 draw against Southampton. So where do you see United right now in the top four? I think they should be leading, no?
Yeah, I think they're in there, but yeah, it's not the lead because Arsenal have a couple of games in hand, I guess. So if
Hmm.
they win both the games, they go above United. So yeah, we are fighting in there, and we saw in the Southampton game, same thing repeated like last
It's
week.
really hard for when you see United actually gets that first goal. It's really hard for them to score the second one. They really struggle there. They
Yeah,
get the one goal. The first goal is absolutely easy when you see them getting that first goal. But why is it so hard for them to finish off the games?
yeah, same. Yeah, in Southampton, the same thing happened. Like first goal, they got the goal in the first half. They played really well in the first half. Then the second half, again, they they didn't show up. They really struggled in the second half, and Southampton got the goal. But against Brighton, I think it was a different story. In the first half, Brighton played
Mhm.
really well for a change. United played really poorly, and Brighton were dominating. They created chances. They could have scored goal. And I think again Dige with a great
He
save.
he pulled up some absolutely gorgeous saves in that game,
Yeah.
and
So
I think he's a player of the season for Manchester United again this season. That was a good goal from Ronaldo as well, to be honest.
yeah, and the second half, yeah, United showed up there. played better, and Ronaldo finally he like after 3 games he scored a goal. Yeah, it was a great finish from Ronaldo.
I think
And
both the goals, Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes' goals were really good. To be honest, apart from how the teams played, they were both were really good game, really good,
yeah,
goals.
goals are really good. I think they United could have scored a couple of more goals. I
I
think
think
Bruno missed.
this week we have Manchester United versus Leeds. Again, BC Liverpool is going to be an easy game. How easy or hard is going to be for Manchester United going against this Leeds squad?
Yeah, that's what we have to see. What like which United team is going to show up, like how they are going to play.
Hmm.
Yeah, if the trend continues, then it could be like very hard match for them. But I hope they like somehow like play like the way they played against Brighton in the second half
Hmm.
and gets the goals they need, like gets 2 goals because 1 goal lead they are not going to like win the match. They are going to consider them. So somehow they get the like couple of goals and like get the 3 points here because we really need 3 points now. We cannot afford to like drop points because Arsenal they have the
I genuinely think that Manchester United cannot afford to drop any points in next 2 to 3 games because
yeah,
this is the first time, not really the first time, but this is a very crucial period of United because they just have the slight bit of advantage right now getting in this top 4 game, which they should absolutely be in, to be honest, with the squad they have.
yeah,
But now they should be absolutely capitalizing on this and getting, because which is Spurs downfall. We are seeing West Ham not really keeping up, the lose dropping points. We see Arsenal not being that consistent, so they might be losing points in coming field because they have the big North London derby coming up. So it might go either way. United must be getting these 3 points, right? Whatever they can this right now.
yeah. Right now they will be because even we have like Man City like they'll be coming up after like a
Yeah,
couple of
I had Manchester United, fixtures for a few, and it looked horrible for United, to be honest. Let me just go towards the squad, the team, the matches you play. So you have March is going to be terrible for you guys. Let me start. So Sunday, the 6th March is going to be Man City versus United. 12th March is going to be United versus Spurs. 15th March is United versus Atletico Madrid. 20th March is going to be Liverpool versus Manchester United. Again, March is going to be like firework for you
very,
people.
very hard. Yeah. So I think we should get like maximum points right now and like get an advantage there and put pressure on Arsenal and like West Ham because that match is going to be really hard. It's going to be like horrible. So I think we should get the maximum point out of these games and get the pressure on the other teams who are chasing for the top 4. Yeah.
I think it was a really easy run for Ragnick when he was coming in. When he would have seen the fixtures that time, he would have absolutely felt that he can get a lot of points.
Yeah.
But it's gone all haywire. Now you're going to face March. It's going to be absolutely, hardest month for you people in this year. So we'll have to see how many points you get. That it might be almost a season over next month because you drop like 6 to 7 points because you have City and Liverpool playing, and you might be out of Champions League because you're playing Atletico Madrid as well. So it's going to be really hard March for you people, and really squad must be picking up. I think your whole squad must be really, backing your manager, playing this style. It's going to be, we're going to see a lot of changes by this month. So yeah, fingers crossed for United. So what are your predictions for this one then, Gokul? Leeds versus United.
So yeah, I hope like United gets the 3 points. I think it will be 2-1 to United. Really
Yeah.
hard again. Because United are not going to make it easy.
Yeah,
So
I'm going for a 1-3 victory for Manchester United there, because I think Ronaldo might pick up some points because the man again, he has an awful form coming to United, but I believe that he can start scoring again. I think this will be a huge boost for him scoring this goal. It looked really nice again. It was just
yeah,
we are seeing memes that it was just again 90 seconds apart from Messi missing the penalty. So yeah, that's another sweet victory for Ronaldo fans. So yeah, 1-3 for Manchester United. Let's move on to the next game. We have Arsenal versus Brentford. Brentford had some awful weeks last 5 games. I think they'll be looking to get some points over. Do you think they can get anything out of this Arsenal game?
I think it will be really hard because they have like they are like now caught up because they don't have the big squad, and I think the players are tired because they were playing really great football at the start of the like season. They're
Hmm.
playing like great attacking football. They're running around. I think now the players, I think the legs have gone there because they don't have the squad depth, so they are not able to protect the players. And I think Arsenal, I think after I think they didn't have a match for the last
Mm.
2 weeks.
Yeah, because
So they,
their tie with Chelsea was postponed due to the Club World Cup. So now
yeah,
I think Arsenal going against this Brentford side, I really feel Arsenal has the advantage. Of course, the quality and
yeah,
everything.
Arsenal have that advantage, and the players will be fresh because they didn't have match for the two
Mm.
weeks. They don't have the Champions League or the Europa League. They don't have anything else. So only Premier League. They can focus on the Premier League. So they will be really fresh and they will be ready to go and get the 3 points here.
Mm. I feel that too. But Arsenal again looks solid. Give me a second.
Yeah,
Arsenal again looks solid, but again against this Brentford side, Brentford really will be looking to get this 3 goals. I mean, sorry, 3 points out of this game. But Arsenal, I really feel whenever we watch them, they don't really look up to the mark. They really look like again that 1 goal team, and defensively they're okay because they have had some good defensive recruits this season with Ben White and Gabriel. But against this Brentford side, they might come up against hardship because Brentford again they are looking good, but they're not able to break through teams. This might be a first for Brentford.
yeah, they can get the victory because we saw in the first match against Brentford,
Mm,
Brentford won the match against Arsenal. So it's not that they can't, but right now the squad I think it's really looking weak because of the wear and tear because of the season,
mm,
the long season, and they don't have the squad. So I think right now as the form goes, then I think we Arsenal have the advantage because they have the fresh legs and they will be looking for the top four. So I think Arsenal have just the edge against Brentford right now.
mm. I'm going for a 2-1 victory for Arsenal as well. But prove me wrong, Arsenal. I just hope that so it's going to be brilliant there. What are your predictions for this one? This one.
Yeah, even I think Arsenal might win it 2-1
Mm.
or 3-1 with Arsenal.
So let's go to the next one. Wolves versus Leicester. Again, Leicester, the draw against West Ham, they should have actually won the game again. Leicester dropping points. Leicester doesn't look like team they looked last season where they were, finishing off the games. Again, against West Ham, they go with a 2-1 advantage against just conceding at the last moment of the game. Uh, do you see again Leicester getting anything out of this Wolves? Because Wolves are a very resolute team. They will be high on confidence getting wins against Spurs right now.
Yeah, it will be really hard for Leicester because they are missing Jamie Vardy too. They don't have that talismanic striker up front
Mm,
to score goals. So it's really hard for them to get the goals. And against Wolves, it will be even harder because we know the back line of Wolves. It's very hard to break down.
mm,
So it will be even harder for Leicester against Wolves. So I think Wolves might get the 3 points because Wolves have the confidence because they bet Spurs 2-0 easy victory for Spurs. The players will be very positive, they will be very confident, and against Leicester whose players I think they'll be down because this season it has not really been their season. It has been really down because last couple of seasons they were playing really well. They finished in top 6 for the last 2 seasons, but this season they are looking nowhere near that. So I think Wolves might get the 3 points here.
mm. How much do you blame the recruitment of Leicester again? I think they should have got at least backup for someone like Fofana, and they should have got some defensive recruits. No, I think they missed the defensive recruits very very poorly this season.
Yeah, I think they got one. Someone mentioned, but he got injured, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah, but they could have got someone in the
You
January
got
to really.
Vestergaard, and Vestergaard didn't really look, home again in this Leicester side.
Yeah,
He looked really brilliant in the Southampton, but didn't really look at home in this Leicester side. I think they should be more focused on defensive recruitment because the defense has been absolutely shambles this season. They have been scoring a lot of goals, but not able to, they're conceding
yeah,
way more than they are scoring. So that's the huge issue for Leicester again. So what are your predictions for this one then, Goku?
I think Wolves might get the 3 points. I think it could be like a 2-1 or 2-0 for Wolves.
Mm. I'm going for a 2-2 draw again. I think Leicester will have just enough to get a draw here, but I doubt that they're going to win anything out of this game because of the defensive weakness they have. Let's go to the West Ham versus Newcastle game. Let's talk a bit more about Newcastle. We told that they need the recruitment somehow this January. They got a lot of good players this season. They completely built their backline again. Kieran Trippier looks like amazing business now. getting them 6 points almost in 2 games. How do you see Newcastle's game season going forward right now? Do you think they'll survive the relegation?
Yeah, I think now they have the momentum and they can keep up. And I think they have the squad now to like be in the Premier League because they rebuilt the back line. They got new defensive players, and Kieran Trippier is looking up like apart from the squad. He's brilliant. He has been leading from the front for them. He has been
Hmm.
fighting. He's been great signing for Newcastle. But the bad news is I think he's got injured. I think he's injured last match.
Is
So
he injured? I think he play. I
he
don't
got
know.
injured.
It'll be
So it
very
was,
really really bad news for because
yeah,
he looked like a gem of a player whenever he was playing for Newcastle.
yeah, true. It will be a big miss if he's injured. So
Hmm.
I hope he's fit again. But then all in all, yeah, they got like they are playing well. I think the squad they have kept together. They bring together and they are playing really well as a team. So even the new recruits they have like gelled up really well with the
Hmm.
teammates.
Hmm.
And I think yeah, they're looking really good right now.
I think we have
But
more to see, and this West Ham game is going to be perfect for Newcastle. If Newcastle gets anything out of this West Ham game, it's going to be really advantage for
at
Manchester
least
United
a
and
point, it
Arsenal.
will be a great result for Newcastle.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And from United and Arsenal going forward in this top four race because West Ham dropping points would be brilliant here. And I personally would like to see Newcastle actually challenge this West Ham team, to be honest. And I think they have the means right now to do so. And West Ham, to be honest, I think they are almost there where we expected them to be. David Moyes has done great work with the squad, but again, we see the quality they have, the squad depth they have. They're right about their fourth, fifth position. We knew that they would be there, and this is still a good season for West Ham.
Yeah, brilliant season because compared to the last couple of seasons, it has been a really great season for them.
Mm,
And yeah, we never expected them to be in the top four because they don't have the squad. Like they
mm,
don't have a like goal scoring striker who score goals when that is a really crucial time. I think that's they are missing. They really need a striker because last like couple of matches they could have won the match if they got that number 9 who's scoring goals. Right now, like Antonio is not able to score goals there. Only I think Bowen, he is the like the player.
he's becoming Salah of West Ham now.
Yeah, he has been really great. This season he has been brilliant. He's been on fire. So they are looking up to him to get the goals. So if they had a good striker, then they could have like cleansed that offer because other teams they are United, Arsenal, Spurs, they are really struggling.
Mm.
And West Ham had the advantage at the beginning. If they had the great number 9, then they could have like cleansed the offer by now. But
Okay, I
now,
feel just that they don't really have the squad depth. I think that's the only
yeah,
issue they have. But they are all in all, they look like a solid thing. So, but I feel this top four battle is going to go really long.
yeah, it's
I think
going
this week,
to
is going to be really determinant because we're going to see a lot of team drop points. This is a double game. We're going to see a lot of team drop points, especially Spurs. I feel like. And West Ham again. This is going to be crucial for both the teams. What are your predictions for them this one?
yeah, it should be a really good game, I guess, because
Mm,
both the teams will be looking to get the victory, and Newcastle will be really confident because they got two back-to-back victories. So, but I guess like West Ham might be too big for them because they
mm,
have quality players, they
mm.
got good back line, and they're looking for the top four. I think it could be really hard for Newcastle, but yeah, so I think it could be a narrow 2-1 victory for West Ham.
Mm. I see where you're coming from. Yeah, I'm going for a 3-1 victory as well for West Ham. But I think Newcastle should not be underestimated right now because
They will be in a
we
fight,
haven't
yeah.
seen them play with this new team a lot of games, and this could really be an eye opener for West Ham. And if they
Yeah.
underestimate this Newcastle squad, because they have talismans like Saint Maximan, and if Trippier is fit, he'll be one of those. So it's going to be interesting to see how this game goes. So
And they
let's
have not seen like that Bruno Gimenez yet. He's yet to be
Hmm.
unleashed.
He's yet
We
to be
have to see
unleashed.
how.
So it's going to be
Yeah,
interesting to see how Eddie Howe goes approaches this new. I think they're going to survive. I think they're clear of relegations now. I think Newcastle
yeah,
have
they're quite
some hard
comfortable. I
games
think
coming up.
4 games. I think there's a 4 points difference. So I think they're a
Hmm.
bit comfortable now.
I think and Newcastle and saying that Burnley and what is this uh, Norwich again have some tough games coming up. So that might be a really good opportunity for Newcastle to get some points. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Let's go to the next game. World champions versus Crystal Palace, Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. So we finally got that Club World Cup, and that's a final a piece of the jigsaw puzzle, and we have won it all. Now, but to be honest, we didn't really look really great in that both the games either when we played Al Hail and we played Palmeiras in finals. But all in all, I'll take the trophy because
Trophy.
that's a big achievement for us again. Going to this Crystal Palace game, how big do you think this boost is for Chelsea getting this trophy in the bag? Do you think this is going to impact any way that we're going to go deep in Champions League, or we're going to go any further in this Premier League?
Yeah, it's really good to win trophies, right? All the players enjoy winning trophies, so it will be really good. All the players will be like pumped up because they got a silverware there. And yeah, this match I think it should be an easy win for Chelsea because Crystal Palace off late they have been bit off. They have not played.
I think they drew the last game as well. So
yeah, so they have been the form has been patchy. So I think it should be an easy victory for Chelsea.
I personally think that we should be getting this 3 points out of this, and looking forward to get going towards the Champions League and getting that 3 points of Lille again, finishing the tie there. So I hope that this turns out to be a good couple of weeks for Chelsea, because winning this Club World Cup is a huge thing. At least for us fans, as Chelsea fans, it's something that we have never won. We won this; it's a huge trophy for us. And going forward, I think this should be a huge shot in the arm, and we should be getting some momentum out of this. I hopefully, because it's really looking bleak the way we are playing. It's like we're getting the first goal and we're conceding cheap goals again, and not looking good. If this is the way we play, I am pretty sure that we will be out of this Champions League run. Probably in quarterfinals if we face some tough teams. So we need to strap on back our backline and start putting up performances, because what form I see of Chelsea right now, it's horrendous. Because if we are struggling against teams like Al Ahly and Palmeiras, we know what teams like Liverpool and Manchester City are going to do to us. So I definitely think that our backline needs to strengthen up. Lukaku again scored 2 goals in this Club World Cup, but I don't really rate those goals again. One came from a header, and again another came from a really being at the right position at the right time. But I want him to actually take the ball and score. I don't know when I'm going to see that, and it's looking like that he's going to stay in the club for next season as well. So yeah, I don't really like the guy. I hope we get back Broja and just play him, and just play Lukaku when Broja is injured. I really I hate Lukaku after what he's done with the interview and the horrible form that he has in Premier League. Do you think that he can improve on his form right now in this Premier League?
I think he has to improve because he has to show the quality he has. Because he can score goals. He's a good goal scorer, but he was never a great player with the ball at his feet. He's a good player in the box. He finishes off, but with the ball at his feet, it has been a liability because we saw in Man United days also. He doesn't have a great first touch. He's not that great running with the ball. So, but when he is at the right place at the right time, he can put the ball in the back of the net. So he has the quality to score goals, but now he has to come and get the scoring back because it has been a struggle after that interview.
Yeah, honestly, God knows why he did that. That has affected his form. That has affected his. I think his relationship with fans the most affected actually. They don't really like. I know personally how I feel about Lukaku now. So it must be really the same way what other fans feel as well. So I really hope that he starts performing in this Champions League and Premier League. If not, it's going to be hard life for him in this Chelsea team.
Yeah, the only way to win back the fans is scoring goals. And if you start scoring goals, then fans might forgive him. And if they win trophies and he starts scoring goals, then fans will forgive him. It's not that. So he has to score goals and he has to find his form back to win back the fans.
What are your predictions for this one then, Goku? Chelsea versus Crystal Palace.
I think Chelsea should get the 3 points here because Crystal Palace of late have been a bit patchy. They have not got the results they should get. So I think, and Chelsea after the like trophy, getting the Club World Cup, so the players will be buzzing to like come back and get the victory in the like in the Premier League. So I think it should be an easy victory. I think it should be a 2-0 or 3-0 for
Yeah, I'm going
Chelsea.
for a 2-0 victory as well. I think uh, hopefully we don't consider any cheap goals. We can keep that third point secure. I mean, third place secure in the table, because I don't really want to get dragged in the top four, because I want to concentrate more on Champions League winning trophies. At least we have another one coming up, I think, shortly, Carabao Cup finals against Liverpool. I really
Yeah,
want us to get few of those. I want us to win the Carabao, and maybe go a deep run in FA Cup, maybe Champions League. But if I get another one trophy, I'll be okay with it, because we'll have like what, three trophies this season. I'll be Super Cup, Club World Cup, and probably another domestic trophy. I'll be happy enough. I think we can again rebuild next go. I mean, rebuild. Get some signings and go again next season. But I'd absolutely want another domestic trophy, or maybe a Champions League this season, because with the amount we have spent, we definitely need that kind of a return. And winning that Carabao Trophy against Liverpool would be absolutely brilliant. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that game as well. Let's do the next game we have. Southampton versus Everton. This game again, Southampton, good in form. Everton, Frank Lampard comes in, gets that horrible loss again, and gets back 3-0 victory against I don't know who were there against, winning at Leeds again. Van de Beek was absolutely amazing in that game. I was watching the game. He was playing a pivot, and he was looking really well in that game. And I think United will be looking how he'll be kind of kicking themselves. But again, I'm not sure they'll be getting him back again next season. But they'll probably say, is it a loan with a buy option, or just a loan?
no, it's just a lot.
Okay, so I think he has more part to play in United. So it's going to be interesting how his Everton days goes. How what are you looking at with this game then, Gokul?
Yeah, it should be like a really good game because even Southampton are in good form. They're
Mm,
playing well. So and Everton, yeah, even I saw the last match. It was really good to see Van de Beek get the 90 minutes, and he really played well. I guess he adapted well. He played really well in the Everton squad. So it was very good to see him because he didn't get the opportunities in
mm.
the United United team. So it's really good to like see him play. And I think this will be a really good game because both the teams are in good momentum. They got victories in the last match. So I am really looking up to this match, but it will be really hard to predict because both the teams I think are evenly matched. I guess.
In a very
So,
evenly match, and
yeah,
I feel that Southampton can get a win out of this game, because I was listening to some podcast, and they were saying that Southampton have developed a technique, to win games in the 60th to 70th minute, because the last 11 games they have scored in between 60th to 70th minute. That's just amazing. And what I was reading in that article was, I went back and I was reading that article again, and what I found was, they were saying that Southampton's forward usually go down during 60 to the 70th minute, which gives them rest, and it's an opportunity for manager to re-coach them again, refeed them again in the game. They get the whole defensive team get bit of a rest, and they gives a bit more time to get a game plan in, and they score almost into the 70th minute. That was a good game. That was a good strategy, and it's been working right till now for Southampton. But do you think this is going to continue? Because we know the officials are going to get right now they're going to be a bit more proactive after listening to this article.
yeah. Now the ice will be out, right? So everybody will be looking like into this if they are like making it up. So it will be really hard for them if they are like, going to continue with the way they are going.
Mm,
So yeah, but still they got a really good squad. I think the squad like Broja has been scoring goals for them.
mm.
Uh, they got a really good midfield. Like Ward Prowse has been brilliant this season. He has been great, and they got a good back line too. So they got a really balanced squad, I guess, to get the victory out of this match. And so even they will be looking for the 3 points here. But same with Everton. I think they've got Calvert Lewin is back
Mm.
now. Charlison is back. So the most of them are back now. So even now the squad has been
Yeah,
like
Dracula is back as well. I think they have like those are the three players that I was they were really any of worth in that
yeah.
squad. And now all the three of them are back. Now we see Van de Beek actually playing really well in this position. Dele Alli yet to come. I'm not sure what to expect from him, but I think that's going to be a good squad from Everton.
Yeah, so even though they will be in in a good mindset because they got a new players in
Mm.
and they got talismanic striker and like cover doing back. So even they will be like in a good mindset and even they will be looking to get the 3 points here. So it will be really hard to like predict a victory. I think it
Mm.
could be a draw. I could see a draw here because both the
Mm.
teams are evenly matched.
Yeah, I could see I see a Southampton victory here. For all of a second, I see Southampton. I think Everton is going to score the first goal. I think, but Southampton are going to come back and get that 60 to 70th minute goal again. So it's going to be probably a 2-1 victory for Southampton from my end. What are your predictions then for then, Google?
Yeah, I think it could be a 1-1.
1-1. United are going for Champions League match next week, right? Against Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, I think next week. Yeah.
It's going to be again hard, but we're going to see how United are going to cope up with that as well. United has what? United play against Leeds and Atletico Madrid this week. Yeah, interesting. We'll have to see how that goes. I think
Yeah,
with
but
that, yeah, go ahead.
even Atletico Madrid are struggling in La
Hmm.
Liga, but I guess United
Against
even going to
United, yeah, exactly. Against United, we know that most of the teams, defensive teams, are getting one over you guys. So yeah, Athletic Madrid are known for that. So them
yeah,
coming
and
in Champions League, they
can
might
right
get
now
something.
Diego Simeone team here. He's
So yeah,
playing
exactly.
exactly. So they
He
can
has
pull
dropped
up.
out Jurgen Klopp at his prime. So yeah, it's going to be interesting how this one goes. With that, Goku, we're saying I think we have completed all the important games of this week. And yeah, I think a lot of great results for United, to be honest. And we again Chelsea were nowhere here, and I think we'll start again our campaign again this week. So it's going to be interesting for us. And Man City getting a 16-point gap from us again, and Liverpool really closing on maybe on Man City. If Man City drop some points here and there. So yeah, it's looking a little bit interesting. Relegation battle again looks really interesting. Top four really interesting, and Premier League is in full force again. And
Yeah,
this few months are going to be absolutely a joyride for us fans. So with saying that, I think we are done, Gokul. I'll see you again
yeah.
next week. And
See
guys, if
you
you're
next
still
week.
watching, please like, share, subscribe, and we'll get back again on the show next game week. Till then, Gokul, I'll see you
Yeah,
guys. Stay safe
bye.
and yeah, please coming back. See you.
Yeah,
Bye bye.
bye guys.